Welcome back to the Titanium Hanger. This is Mike. Today I want to talk to you about MAFEX, Spider-Man, Venom, Wolverine, and I did get these at Gundamit, which is like Show's e-store, same login and all that kind of stuff. Gundamit.com. I'll have a link down below where you can get these, but I was surprised when I came across them for $34 a piece, and all the other places appear to be charging $90, so that's, I think, a pretty good value. And we're going to take a look at all of these figures and all the stuff they come with and what they can do. And somebody once told me if you buy a MAFEX Spider-Man or a MAFEX anything, you don't ever have to buy another one because it's that good. Take a look at that and see if it's true. Coming up. All right, here they are on the package. And the package is made to look like a comic book. And that's what I hear. And what I see. Kind of cool, kind of interesting. It's a little bit on the different. But again, super classic. I like the classic. Here's a shot of the back of the packaging in case you have any questions. It's interesting looking stuff. And doesn't quite look like a comic book on the back. Alright, so here they are outside of the box, out of the package. And these look really good. These are sort of the classic comic book style, which is exactly what I would want out of these. If I was going into collecting Marvel, I'd want it as classic as I could get. And this looks really good. Really, really classic with these figures. And trying to get them all to show up the best they can on the camera there. So, the thing about these are the fact that they have a lot more articulation than what I seem to get from a Hasbro figure. And with that, they still look really good. So, that is just awesome. And I kind of see what all the hype is now, actually getting my hands on them and handling them and just seeing what they can do. So we're going to get into each one of these one at a time and take a look at them, but I am pretty impressed with these three so far as having, I don't think I've ever handled a Mezco before today. We'll start with Venom and I'm just going to do the articulation. They're pretty similar among all of them, but he's got this double dog bone neck joint, so he can get quite a bit of range out of this, and almost like people want with the Silverhawks, so they can just do that with the Silverhawks. This, now I do want to say the joint here is to get the range that you get from it, you can pull it out and you can make it go way over there or way back, and then you can push it back in. So that's something to think of. You can get pretty much anything out of that you can consider. Bicep swivel, double jointed extreme on there. And then I do like the way the hands are done. Really simple, easy, and smooth. Very, very smooth. And yeah, this in and out, just in and out basically. It's got to have some consistency for the strength there. And then we've got this ball joint right here in the midsection, which gets you a lot. And it holds really well. That really works. Now this one pops off if you go too far, but there is a bit right here. I've done it a few times. Does really good way to the back, but only about that far to the front, and then we can make that go to the front, so you can get quite a bit there. So understanding the body type and how it's constructed is interesting. Now going into, and I just popped that off, trying to get an extreme. This is sort of rubbery here. Maybe not. Yeah, it is a bit rubbery, so that it will flex a bit. If he's going that far to the side, that far, well, you can go as far as you want. It actually goes all the way around. All the way around. So, do whatever you want with that. Double jointed knees. And then the feet. The feet actually came positioned really funny. It took me a while to get them positioned right. But there is kind of an up and down and a 360 on it. And getting it positioned just right for me because I'm going to like vanilla pose stand them. Was a challenge, and then a toe articulation. He comes with a slew of stuff. He comes with a stand. He comes with a backpack, which I don't know. Maybe I will display it with a backpack. Not really sure. He comes with a slew of hands. You got open hands. You've got the web spinner hands, and I'm not sure I'm gonna get that on there. Anyway, I'll just show all of this. It's hard to see all the stuff it comes with. It's a ton of stuff. Extra feet for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why does he need extra feet. But, you know, gripping, punching, fist, open, display hands. He also has an extra head. I don't really see the difference in the head. but somebody else probably will. Other people are probably like, oh, you can't see that, Mike. And then he also comes with a human head. It's a nice touch on the neck there, where it's just kind of starting to turn into the suit, or the head's just coming out of the suit kind of thing. Yep, understood all of that. That's cool. Then he's got a slew of these. So he's got 2 of these where he can kind of like hold and swing, or he can have them like he's swinging in 2. He pushed them in 2 different directions, he's swinging. And 2 of these, a long and a short webbing that he's just shooting out of his hand, which we'll see all that kind of stuff. I'm going to do something a little bit different with the regular Spider-Man than this one, so let's move on to the regular Spider-Man. All right, the regular Spider-Man. And this is where I'm going to get into the irony of the situation. If you've watched my channel, I've talked quite a bit about how I don't like the Spider-Man movies and how they just keep rebooting it over and over and over, and it's the same story and it just gets old. And with that, I think of Spider-Man back when he was in the Super Friends cartoon, or when he was in the cartoons back in the day, and the comics, and this is my Spider-Man. And I am cool with my Spider-Man. I'm just not in on the hype on all the new movies and all that kind of stuff. So I'm super ultra retro classic when it comes to Spider-Man. So that's why I love having this version. And like everybody said, I think they're right. Because I have this version, I'm never going to need to buy another one. And so that is really, really cool. Now, with this one, all about all of the same type of articulation. Seems like the same body type, just a repaint. Although, for whatever reason, when I was posing them, I got a lot more poses out of Venom, a lot more dynamic range than I did out of this one. Might just be like paint or something. He does have some paint right here, which is pretty cool. But I mean, overall, the whole web pattern and all that looks good. And I gotta admit, versus the 2, this one has a lot more color contrast than this one. It's just got a little bit of paint on him, not a whole lot. But this one has way more color contrast. And of course, this is the more classic look. And when I think of Spider-Man, this is what I think of right here. And also, really cool figure. Now, the way this works, it appears that you just you take the hand off, put this thing around his wrist, and then push it on there pretty good so it kind of stays. And then he's shooting his web. That's how all of that works. I think that's how I'm going to use it, though, so that's pretty cool. And also with that, you can get him in a bunch of crazy dynamic poses. I would say most people probably want to use the stand with this guy to get his poses, and I am probably going to be shamed on how lame my poses will be with this guy, because truthfully, I'm not much into posing Spider-Mans. I like posing robots a little more, but this dude, still, it looks really cool. Really fantastic looking figure overall, and then comes with all the same accessories. So the only different accessory really is this, and it's almost like this is something you'd shoot like the face or a wall, or stick on a wall or something, or you'd stick it into something, or you could stick it into a stand and have him swing from it. There's a couple things, but you know, he's done this where he shot it on someone's face. This is also something where he shot it and it's stuck on the ceiling so he could swing from it. A lot of things that you could do with this extra piece that's in there, but you don't get it with Venom, you just get it with Spider-Man. I really should shy away from saying stuff like this is the best of the 3, but Wolverine is just awesome. I mean, this is a very good Wolverine figure, and they've done just a great, phenomenal job with it. You got everything you need, which, oddly enough, he's packed without his claws. His claws are separate hands you have to put on, but it works fine. I feel like I enjoy handling a little heftier figure. Feels like he's more solid to get him to stand versus the Spider-Man, because their feet are so small and they have like 70 points of articulation or some ridiculous nonsense. But this guy here, he's still got quite a bit of articulation and he looks really good. Look at him from the back. Just very, very classic. A very classic look. Exactly what I would expect for a Wolverine to look like. But the one thing that really stands out is the massive amount of articulation that you can do with this guy and get several different like iconic poses out of him. And that's cool. I mean, it's not just basic stuff. And then I'm not the best poser in the world, but I can still get some cool poses out of this guy if I really wanted to. But little bit tight on all the stuff. I mean, obviously it's brand new, so it's going to be kind of tight, but get that superhero pose that everyone always likes to do with them. You can get that done. And let's see if we get that head up there. I popped it off. Seeing how far it goes to the extreme. Now, I don't really pose my stuff super extreme, so this is just going to be way more than I'm going to be needing to do on my shelf or anything. But still, pretty cool, pretty good stuff right there with Wolverine. He does have a second head, and his accessories are kind of weird. Let's get into the accessories. So it comes with a solid fist for both hands and kind of an opening grasping hand. It doesn't hold anything. It's just grasping at stuff. Also, you got another head that's just kind of smiling or sort of smiling. And then you have a angry Logan head that's like that. And I think this is just supposed to be the mask is off and he can hold it as if he's got his angry face and he's holding his mask like he just ripped it off. That's the way I think this accessory is. But then again, I don't really know. But anyhow, some cool stuff. Actually, I never realized how much I like this extra Logan head they got in here. That is pretty cool overall. For size comparison, there it is next to a G.I. Joe Classified and a Star Wars Black Series. And kind of what I understand from these more, I don't want to say boutique, but more the higher end ones seem to run a little bit smaller in scale than you would see with the mainline stuff. But still, I think they work fine for what you would need. Definitely wouldn't fit in with the 7-inch scale, but I think it would fit in fine with what you got going on. I don't really have other Marvel Legends around here to compare it to, but that's Black Series, Classified. I think everybody kind of understands the scale with that, and with that, I think they fit in fine. Alright, so what I think about these is my first experience with a Mafex figure, and I think they're really good. They're really nice. And I do like the articulation for Spider-Man. I mean, I think Spider-Man's character that really needs it. I think that they still maintain articulation with the Wolverine, and he looks great. And really all of the cuts for the articulation don't really detract from it too much. So that is pretty cool. For the price point, $33, I feel like they're definitely well worth the money. Because, well, $34 at Gundamit.com. I have a link down below, but I think other places are trying to charge $90 for them, and so with that, maybe this is the best kept secret in all of collecting, or maybe I've just got something wrong with this whole situation, but I love these for the $34 price point, and with that, I guess I don't need another one of any of these characters ever again. Let me know what you think in the comments below, like and subscribe, remember TH Reviewer code at Gundamit.com, and I'll leave down below. But here I'm hanging out.